Hey there, fellow gamers! Welcome back to another exciting episode where we dive deep into the golden age of gaming. Today, we're jumping into the Wayback Machine and heading to 2003, a year that was truly a landmark for RPG enthusiasts. A year that blessed us with some of the best RPGs ever made. These games not only defined the genre but also left an indelible mark on our hearts. Ready for a nostalgic journey? Let's dive in and relive those epic moments that made 2003 a standout year for RPGs. First up, we've got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This game was a dream come true for Star Wars fans. This BioWare masterpiece let us wield lightsabers and explore the galaxy far, far away. Remember those plot twists? They were mind-blowing and kept us on the edge of our seats. Still gives me chills just thinking about it. The characters, the story, the choices, everything was top-notch. Next, it's Final Fantasy X2. The sequel to the iconic FFX, it brought back Yuna, Riku, and introduced Pain. This game was a bold move by Square Enix. The sequel to the iconic FX, it brought back Yuna, Riku, and introduced Pain. The trio's dynamic was refreshing and added a new layer to the story. With its unique dress sphere system, it was a breath of fresh air for the series. The ability to change classes on the fly added a strategic depth that was both challenging and fun. Admit it, you sang along to real emotion. The music was catchy, and the game's upbeat tone was a delightful change. Coming in hot, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Initially controversial for its cel-shaded graphics, this game won over hearts with its timeless art style and outstanding gameplay. Initially controversial for its cel-shaded graphics, this game won over hearts with its timeless art style and outstanding gameplay. The vibrant world and expressive characters made it a joy to play. Sailing the Great Sea never felt so adventurous. The sense of exploration and discovery was unparalleled. And who could forget Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2? This game was a gem for action RPG fans. This action RPG took us on an unforgettable journey through the Forgotten Realms. The story was gripping, and the gameplay was addictive. With its cooperative gameplay, it was the perfect couch co-op experience. Good times. Playing with friends made the experience even more memorable. Up next, Xenosaga Episode 1 Der Wille zur Macht. This game brought deep storytelling and complex characters that kept us hooked. Plus, giant mechs. What's not to love? This game brought deep storytelling and complex characters that kept us hooked. Plus, giant mechs. What's not to love? The philosophical themes and intricate plot were a treat for the mind. Last but definitely not least, Disgaea Hour of Darkness. This quirky, strategic RPG introduced us to Laharl, Etna, and Flown. The game's humor and unique mechanics set it apart from other RPGs. Its over-the-top humor and insane level caps hooked us for hours on end. Prinnies, dude. The game's charm and depth made it a standout title. There you have it, folks. 6 unforgettable RPGs from 2003 that still hold a special place in our hearts. These games were more than just entertainment. They were experiences that shaped our love for the genre. 6 unforgettable RPGs from 2003 that still hold a special place in our hearts. Whether you're dusting off an old console or just reminiscing, these games remind us why we fell in love with RPGs in the first place. Whether you're dusting off an old console or just reminiscing, these games remind us why we fell in love with RPGs in the first place. The stories, the characters, the worlds, they all contributed to unforgettable experiences. Thanks for joining me on this nostalgic journey. It's always a pleasure to look back and celebrate the games that defined our gaming lives. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more gaming content. Goodbye. Until next time, keep gaming and keep the nostalgia alive.